Hello Sagittarius, this is Joe and I'm going to do your Spirit Tarot message for the month of August 2020, and I'm really excited to do this. You're the last of the fire signs for me, and I just finished Leo. What a great reading, and Aries had an interesting one. And so I did some preparation this morning in preparing for these so I can kind of set the tone ahead of time and kind of get a theme going. And Sagittarius, definitely you're fighting for something. You're fighting for something. And what I'm going to say right off the bat is this is an intuitive reading, okay? So it's not for everybody. It just possibly can't be. So if it doesn't ring true for you, that's okay. There's always another message on another day that may be the message you need to hear. And if it's not today, that's all right. Check back and we'll see. Elephant, very interesting. You have the elephant spirit, which is responsibility, family, community, empathy. You're fighting for something, Sagittarius. That was the theme that I kept getting when I was preparing. Oops. Sometimes these cards don't like to, they're so thick. So you're fighting for something that I think is, you might be worried isn't going to go your way. I don't know. We're going to see what it's about, but it just is something that you really are set on, I feel like. Blessed. You have blessings this month. You have a blessed life, a blessed spirit, a blessed community around you. So we're going to see what other message we get for you, and then we are going to get into the tarot. Select a card. Sagittarius. Unique gifts. I love it. I want to see where this goes. I want to see how this ties in, these cards here. So Sagittarius, again, I felt like you guys were fighting for something. You were you might be fighting for someone, or you might be fighting for a chance at something. We're going to see what that is about. We'll see if we get anything specific. I don't know if we will. Sometimes, you know, very specific things come through, and sometimes they don't. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull the tarot cards, and if I need to clarify any of them, I will do that. All right. So I generally don't read reversals in these types of settings. The Hermit. Same card Leo had. Same spot, too. A lot of the same cards for the fire signs, which is very interesting. You get to put some burdens down. Nice. Very crazy how this happens when cards stalk. And we're going to talk about this. All right. Are you ready? Seven of Swords. All right, you're fighting for something. There's something you want. This is the bigger picture. This card represents the energy around this reading that is in the time frame we're talking about, but it's bigger than this month of August. It's kind of been going into August, and it goes beyond August, but it is the bigger theme, and that's the Seven of Swords. And so I did say I felt like there was like fighting for something that you really wanted, or you're fighting for someone, and you might feel like, or you might have been feeling like, or going into August, so I don't know if you're in this already, some of you, but this is about, to me, fighting for something you feel like might be slipping away from you. And I don't feel like this is something somebody is taking from you. I don't think this is something somebody's trying to con you out of. Sometimes the Seven of Swords comes across like that. I feel like you might feel like somebody or something is slipping away from you. It's slipping out of your grasp, out of your reach. And I think this is your focus, is to not let that happen. And I see this as probably something that is very personal, is kind of the feeling I'm getting. You have the Hermit here, and this is the center of everything in this, the Hermit. This is, I think, really you having to dive deep within yourself, because I think you have to come to a realization that there are some things that you aren't responsible for, and maybe you've taken on the responsibility of some things that you shouldn't have, or you've taken on the responsibility of others that you have no control over. And so there's certain people and things and situations that aren't yours to own. And I think that to me, this feeling of fighting is something that you have been very reluctant to let go of, because there's something you love very much that you feel might be slipping away from you. This could be an opportunity, but I feel for most of you this is a person. I feel there's a person that you feel like is slipping away from you. And this doesn't have to be romantic. It could be. It could be friendship. It could be somebody in your family. Whoever this is, you're really fighting for somebody or something. And I feel it's like a slow slipping away. And so this is the theme for you in August, I think. And this is really diving deep. I think you're having to come to a realization this month that there are just some things that you don't own and that aren't for you to own. So to me, that is where I see this going. But you have the card, you have the blessings with you, you have being blessed. I think that with the Hermit, you realize that you are blessed, but your blessings are going to come from taking care of your own. And you're going to realize that you're cutting yourself out of some very good things if you're taking ownership of things that don't belong to you, because it's robbing you of your energy, your joy, your peace of mind. Even though sometimes it's hard to let things go by the wayside, when they're out of our control, they're out of our control. I think you are experiencing too a very highly intuitive time for you, Sagittarius. So there might be some really highly charged intuitive moments where you might realize somebody is either in danger or in need or in help. And I think it surrounds the situation. And I think you've been in this energy a while. You always know when to show up, you know when to call, you know when to check in, you know when to whatever in the situation. And it's always at the right place, the right time. So I think this is more of a specific reading for somebody. And so I think that for you, this is a very powerful time. I think it's going to really call you to make some choices that finally serve your interest, your highest good, and what's best for you. So that's where we're going with this. Unique gifts. I did talk about the intuition aspect of things, but we have the elephant spirit, and this is really about empathy. And I think, Sagittarius, you have been overly empathic to the point where your empathy, your empathic abilities are really causing you maybe some anxiety and some health issues, really wearing you down, kind of beating you down, it kind of dragging you down. And so I feel like because you feel such a responsibility and a sense of caring for those around you, that maybe you've been willing to throw yourself kind of figuratively under the bus just to keep someone or something in check. But it's not your responsibility anymore. It's not for you to own. So the Hermit here is really telling you to really dive deep, look deep, and see what it is that you need to let go. What part of a situation, whether it's a relationship or anything else, what part of that is for you to own and what isn't. You have in your recent past, you have the King of Cups, so you have really been doing everything out of love, out of genuine love and devotion. But it's bringing you to this Hermit moment here. And the challenge is the Five of Wands. I said you've been fighting. You've been fighting for something that you're very passionate about, that you care about very much. And so this is your challenge, is to not fight battles that don't belong to you anymore. And what you want more than anything, every fire sign had this card, no matter what deck I used. And you have the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups. This card is stalking you fire signs. This is about you want things to kind of be for everybody's highest good, but you can't cause that to happen. You can only do what's for your highest good, in a sense. You can do things out of love and compassion for others, but I think that you have such a big heart that you really want there to be unity for everyone and everything in your space, in your personal space, in your circle, in your tribe. But there's some upset in your tribe, and I think that to you, you really want everything just to be okay. And I think this Ace of Cups, though, is calling you to really start taking care of yourself over and above and first. It's time for you to start taking care of yourself. I'm really at the root of things is the Six of Coins. And I feel, to me, intuitively, this card is saying you're really having to weigh what has value to you. You're really having to check what has value to you, true value. You know, things have monetary value, material things have value, but this is more about your peace of mind. And I think really weighing what is truly valuable to you, what situations and circumstances that you're in that are bringing you a positive benefit. And you might have been kind of feeling like in everything you do, you were kind of being of service, or you're doing acts of service. But really, I think things may have gotten to the point where you were, like I said earlier, throwing yourself under the bus in a sense. Because you're trying to save people from hurting themselves or getting hurt. So you are really going to be assessing this month what is of value to you. And this isn't just about the material value of things. This is about the spiritual value of things. This is about, you know, are you valuing your mental health and emotional health over and above somebody else's or not? Are you valuing your health and allowing yourself to kind of slip away a little bit because the stress and anxiety of the past has just really been pushed on you very, very tough? And so this is really calling you to really question a lot of things this month that really are they for your highest good? Are they for your highest benefit? And I think that's the big theme for you this month. Sagittarius, I really wanted to say, like, this month, you know, you're completing a cycle and like all these wonderful things are happening and all that. No, this isn't about you having a bad month, but I think this is about Spirit telling you you need to redirect some of your efforts to things that are more about you, not in a selfish way, but in a way that's going to benefit you because you put yourself off for a long time. You have the Ten of Wands in the near future here. Okay, this is coming out of August for sure. You need to lay these burdens down. This is all about you dropping those things that you can't carry anymore. If you've ever carried something straight out in your arm and held it, this isn't heavy by any means, but if I held this all day long out in front of me, my arm would become tired. It would start to feel like a 10-pound weight, and then a 20-pound weight, and then a 30-pound weight. It would become very tiresome to hold and carry around. This is what this is saying. This is saying that you have to stop carrying around all those burdens. It's time to let them go. When you let those burdens go, some great things are going to start flowing your way, and I think it's going to be amazing. I'm going to clarify that Ten of Wands, though, before we wrap this up, Sagittarius, and see what this is about, because I really think you have to release yourself. Five of Cups, yep. You have to release yourself. You know, there's some things that, you know, when they spill, you can't put it back in the cup. You can't gather it back up and try and save what's left. So you have to release burdens. You have to let things go. I think it's going to bring you into a better place. And it's going to be a boost to your energy. Ace of Pentacles. And so this is the new start, the new beginning that you're wanting. This is getting you out of an old repeating theme. And this is really you getting into something new and productive, something that brings you value from all different angles. This is about having a renewed health, vitality. Maybe you can start to feel a little bit more youthful again because you're not under the stress of this heavy energy. And then you have things that are productive that you can focus your energy on. And so that's some things materially and monetarily that are going to start to materialize once you get out of this kind of rut. And good things start flowing your way. It's also like your mind becomes clearer. And so you're able to think and feel things from a new perspective, a new point of view. Allows you to make better decisions and better choices, which is going to lead you to a better place in the very near term. So Sagittarius, I absolutely love this reading. I think that it's heavy, but I think it's heavy for a reason. And for those of you that this resonates with, you'll know it's for you, and you'll know that this is speaking to your heart. Again, if you want a chance to win the Light Seers Tarot by Chris Ann, you have until the end of July to leave a comment and let me know if you're a subscriber, and I will include you in the drawing. These are great cards. I love how they're depicted. They're just absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to end it here, Sagittarius, and I'm going to say have a great rest of your day. I love each and every one of you, and I look forward to the readings coming out for the month of August. I have a bunch of them that need to be done, and so I'll be talking to you again soon. Thank you.